What if I told you? Someone in your life right now, someone you trust, is slowly, quietly working against you. Not with insults, not with arguments, not with anything you could ever call out, just questions, innocent sounding, soft-voiced, perfectly timed, and every single one of them is a trap. See, most people picture jealousy as something loud, something obvious, something you can feel coming. But the most dangerous kind, it doesn't announce itself. It sits next to you at dinner. It texts you good morning. It shows up to your celebrations, and then, in the middle of your happiest moment, it asks one question, and that one question does more damage than any insult ever could. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain. Questions, 5 traps, and the psychology behind every single one. By the end of this video, you will never hear these questions the same way again. Let's go. Welcome back. This channel is about one thing: understanding the hidden psychology behind human behavior, so you can protect yourself from it. Because knowledge isn't just power. In the wrong relationship, in the wrong room, knowledge is armor. Let's put it on. Wow. How did you even afford that? Picture this. You worked for months, maybe years. You sacrificed weekends, sleep, comfort, and finally, you have something to show for it. A new phone, a car, a trip, anything. You're glowing. You deserve to. And then someone walks over, looks at what you have, and instead of saying congratulations, they say, how did you even afford that? Now freeze, rewind. Did they say well done? Did they say you deserve it? Did they say I'm proud of you? No. They went straight for your wallet. And here's the psychology behind that move, because this isn't random. When jealous people see your win, their brain does something fascinating. It immediately searches for a flaw in your success, a crack, a reason it doesn't count. Because if your success is legitimate, then their excuses aren't, and they cannot live with that. So they audit you. Publicly. But here's where it gets really dangerous. The moment you start explaining yourself, oh, it was on sale. I've been saving for months. It's not even that expensive. You've lost. Not because you said anything wrong, but because you just apologized for winning. You handed them your trophy and said, here, let me make this smaller for you. What to say instead? Slow smile. Eye contact. 2 seconds of silence. Then, I worked for it. Nothing more. Let those 3 words hang in the air. Let them sit with it. Give them nothing to pick apart, because your win needs no footnotes. But, are you actually happy? This one is the most sophisticated trap on the list, because it doesn't feel like jealousy. It feels like concern, warm, thoughtful, almost tender. I mean, money's great, but are you truly happy? Success is one thing, but how are you really doing inside? And for a moment, just a moment, you actually start wondering, am I happy? Should I be questioning this? That pause right there, that's the trap closing. Here's what's happening beneath the surface. Jealous people can survive your success. They can rationalize it, minimize it, explain it away. But success plus happiness together, that combination breaks them because it leaves them with nothing, no excuse, no consolation, no exit. So they try to sever the two. They try to convince you that your success is hollow, that something's missing, that maybe, just maybe, you're not as okay as you think. It is one of the most psychologically advanced moves jealousy makes, and most people never see it happening. What to say? Pause. Let a genuine smile spread slowly across your face. Honestly, life is really good right now. Then, and this is the key, how are things going with you? Watch what happens next. The discomfort on their face will tell you everything you needed to know. That must be on installments though, right? You upgraded your life, new car, better apartment, nicer things, and suddenly they become your personal accountant. Monthly payments must be crazy. That's a lot of debt to carry. Must be nice. to live beyond your means. Here's the twist most people miss. This question isn't actually about your finances, it's about permission. Jealous people need to believe that your good life comes with a hidden cost, something painful happening behind the scenes that you're not showing. Because if your life is genuinely good and financially stable and sustainable, then they have to look at their own life, and they are not ready for that. So they manufacture the debt, they invent the struggle, they create the narrative where your win secretly hurts you, it makes them feel better, and it costs you nothing, unless you play along. What to say? I'm just grateful. It worked out. Warm. Unbothered. Final. You don't owe anyone your bank statement, especially people who weren't around during your broke chapter. Your partner seems perfect, but what are they really like? Now we enter the most personal territory. Your relationship, your peace, the person who makes your private life feel safe, and someone starts picking at it. The honeymoon phase never lasts. You never really know someone until years in. They seem a little too perfect. Something feels off. Stop. Read that again. This person has never spent real time with your partner, has never seen you, both behind closed doors. Has zero actual evidence of anything wrong, and yet, they're certain something is off. Why? Because your happiness in love is the one thing they cannot reframe. They can minimize your money, they can question your success, but watching you genuinely loved, that hits differently. That particular joy is the hardest one for a jealous person to witness. So they don't attack the relationship directly. They plant tiny seeds, a raised eyebrow here, a there. A perfectly timed, I just want you to be careful, and slowly, quietly, those seeds grow into doubt. What to do? Stop giving them soil to plant in. Not everyone deserves access to your relationship. The most protected love stories are the ones kept private. Go quiet. Go inward. Guard what's sacred. You grew so fast. What's really going on behind the scenes? And now, the most dangerous question of all. You worked in silence. You stayed consistent when nobody was watching. You built something real. And when the results finally showed up, when the growth became undeniable, they didn't celebrate. They investigated. Nobody grows that fast, honestly. There must be something we don't know. Something doesn't add up. Here's the chilling psychology behind this. This question isn't about curiosity. It's about survival. Your success, your legitimate, earned, undeniable success, is a direct threat to how they see the world. Because they believe the world is fair in one specific way. That people like them should be ahead of people like you. And when reality proves them wrong, they don't update their belief. They attack your integrity instead. It is easier to say you cheated than to accept that you simply outworked them. What to do? Nothing. Say absolutely nothing. Let the results pile up. Let the growth continue. Let the silence be so loud that their doubts drown inside it. The most powerful response to someone who questions your integrity is becoming impossible to ignore. Here is what all 5 of these questions have in common. They are not questions. They are operations, carefully deployed, emotionally calculated, psychologically precise. Designed to do one thing, make you small enough that their smallness feels normal. And the most terrifying part, the person asking them might not even know they're doing it. Jealousy is so deeply buried in some people that it operates on autopilot. It speaks through them before their conscience catches up. That doesn't make it less dangerous. It makes it more dangerous. So here is your armor. Stop explaining your wins. Stop justifying your joy. Stop defending your growth to people who never invested in it. Move in silence when necessary. Celebrate in private when needed. And choose very carefully, who gets a front row seat to your life, because the right people, they never ask these questions. They already know the answer. If this video made you think of someone specific, you already know what to do. Drop a comment below. Which one of these 5 have you personally experienced? Share this with someone. Who needs to see it? Like if this opened your eyes. And subscribe, because we go deeper every single week. See you in the next one.